Welcome here to Shy Sports Live. We have week 9 of NFL action between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. It is a cold and snowy afternoon in the Windy City. It is also very windy as Jackson Dart, the rookie, leading the Giants up against Caleb Williams, a sophomore year player, and the Chicago Bears. I want to thank everyone who will tune in for tuning in as we get set for NFL Sunday and our first broadcast for the Bears since week 3 when they played against the Cowboys. We're already 6 weeks later as we are set for the Bears. It is what you call a trap game. You do not want to overlook the Giants. You want to beat the Giants, and you would like to beat them comfortably tonight. But it is cold. It was snowy earlier, and there is going to be snow off and on for the majority of the game, albeit not heavy, and it will not stick. However, the conditions can make it difficult to throw the football. So we might see a lot more of their game running in attack with Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift and everything like that. For the season leaders, Jackson Dart, almost 1,200 passing yards. He's 109 for 175. Did not start the season, but in his games played, he's played pretty well. 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and just not even a lot of games. For Caleb Williams, he's going to or should hopefully reach 2,000 passing yards today. And he has 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and he'll also probably get closer to 200 completions and 300 attempts. Cam Skattebo is on IR. If you remember, he did dislocate his ankle a few weeks ago. He had 5 touchdowns. DeAndre Swift, 100 carries, 4 touchdowns. He's going to split time today with Monangai at the back position. Receiving wise, Wan'Dale Robinson, 540 receiving yards, 47 receptions, 2 touchdowns. Rome Odunze, 31 receptions, 5 touchdowns. The sacks, Brian Burns, 11 sacks. The former Panther having a heck of a defensive season for the Giants. And Montez Sweat, 4 sacks for the Bears. Okereke, 82 tackles, 73 for Edmonds. So that's your leading tackles. Now time for the injury report. Anthony Johnson Jr. Has an undisclosed PUPR status. He is out for this game tonight. Jameis Winston, he's inactive due to Brian Daboll's decision. John Michael Schmitz Jr., he's inactive due to a shin injury. Evan Neal, some offensive line help, inactive due to coach's decision. And Chauncey Golston, inactive due to a neck injury, the defensive end. For the Bears, this injury report is looking a lot better. Jahdae Walker, inactive due to a concussion. Dominique Robinson, he's inactive due to an ankle injury. Case Keenum, the third stringer, he's inactive due to a coach's decision. TJ Edwards, one of the bigger names for the Bears, he's inactive due to a hand. And the corner position has been really hurt for their Chicago. He's inactive due to a concussion. And for the Bears, they have more than just that. As you can see. Oh, I didn't realize this was going to go over here. But Jalen Johnson's on IR. So, a lot of stuff. The Giants' defense, they are the second worst in the NFL in rushing yards allowed. Worst in the NFL in yards per rush. So, for the Bears, you got to imagine that point of attack for them is going to be that running game. So, for the Bears, attack the running game. For the Giants, Bears are weak in the secondary. Attack the secondary. I know it's going to be cool. I know it's going to be tough to make easy decisions in this cold weather. And Jackson Dart, he's a southern boy. He might not be used to this type of weather, especially Chicago cold weather. But we'll see what happens. Bears and Giants opening kickoff up next. We'll be back into this. You're listening to Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Shy Sports Live. Here in Chicago, Illinois, the snow again is falling. We are set for kickoff here in just a couple minutes. The Bears against the Giants. It's going to be an amazing game. It's snowing already in Chicago. It'll probably snow for the majority of this game. Brian Dable, 10 road losses. That's the second longest active streak in a row. And for the Bears, can they win tonight? Bears are going to receive the opening kickoff as we get sent for opening kick between the Bears and the Giants. Here's the kickoff. It's underway, and it will be bouncing, and it will go out of bounds. And that'll be a penalty on the kickoff, and the Bears will get a good field position to start off as Gillen's kickoff is no good. So the Bears look at the ball at the 40-yard line. Caleb Williams, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions last week against the Bengals, 280 yards. Had 5 carries for 53 yards as well as we get set for opening or for the first play of this game for Chicago. Bears offense, really good game last week. The offense already averaging 7 points more per game than they did last year. As Williams will start in shotgun with Swift to his left. Moore on the near side. Trips on the right side. Odunze gets sent in motion. Snap. Williams looking to throw. Fires it to Odunze. Makes the catch and picks up 8 to the 48. And that's a good first start to the game as Odunze makes another catch. For the Bears offense, Benedict, Dooney, Dahlman, Jackson at right. The offensive line. And a really good offensive line. The backs and receivers, Swift, Moore, Odunze, Kmet, and Loveland. For the backs and receivers, and Caleb Williams, who shifts and goes under center now. I formation. Williams under center. 8 on the play clock. Snap. Play action. Throws over the middle. Caught by Zacchaeus. That's a first down into Giants territory, 2-36. That's a good gain of about 18, and the Bears have a first down on 2 passing plays. It was a play action and perfect throw from Williams to Zacchaeus. Makes a nice catch. Olomide is sorry, that was Luther Burden. That is my fault. That was Luther Burden. First and 10 for the Bears at the Giants 36. Moore gets shifted in motion. Williams throws. It is tipped in, almost intercepted. And that's incomplete. And that was a near turnover. As Flott nearly had a chance. It was tipped, I think, by Burns at the line, and it was dropped by DJ Moore on that screen pass. Went straight through his hands, and it was not tipped by Burns. It was just a wobbly throw from Williams, and nearly resulted in a pick going the other way. Second and 10. Odunze goes in motion. Snap. Handoff, Swift running, and he'll pile up the left gut up to about the 33-34 to Giants, and that'll bring up third and about 7 or 8. The Giants defense, Thibodeau, Lawrence, Nunez Rocha Sr., and Burns, the defensive line. The linebackers, Okereke and Flanagan Fowles. The defensive backs, Banks, Phillips, Newman, Holland, and Flott. And those are your defensive backs, the Giants' defensive lineup to start the game today. We have 5 wide now for the Bears. Swift, and now he gets motioned into the backfield. It's a little flip up to Swift. Trying to go outside, and they'll get about to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of a couple, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 or 5. Or 4th and 4, sorry. And I got to imagine the Bears will play go for it here. Don't think we're going to see a field goal attempt here from Santos. 4th and 4, Bears offense staying out there. 12:35 to go in this first quarter. That was just to get closer to the line of the game. And with this weather, you got to imagine there's going to be a lot of go-for-it plays here. Receivers on the far side. Burden gets some motion. Williams looking to throw. Pressure comes, rolling out. Williams fires on the run. Downfield. It is in the corner of the end zone. Moore. He dropped it. He also would not have. I don't think he would have been in bounds anyways. And the Bears turn it over on downs. And the Giants will get possession of the football. And yeah, he would not have caught that if he did not. It would have been incomplete if he did drop it. But the Bears turn over on downs. 12-13 to go in the quarter. We'll be back into this. You're listening to Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Shy Sports Live. Bears football as the Bears are playing against the New York Giants. Bears turn it over on downs to start their first drive of the game, and Williams pass in the corner end zone. It was actually a really good pass, but Moore unable to haul it in. His initial foot was out of bounds anyways, even if he did not drop it. So it would have been incomplete. I don't think he got a second foot in bounds either. So Bears turn out of downs. 1st and 10, Jackson Dart in the backfield. Shifts the play a little bit. He'll now drop to under center. Singletary, or is Tyrone Tracy, in the backfield now. Dart will snap it, hand it to Tracy, tries to bounce outside, and he does not. He's tackled. Maybe a half a yard loss. Andrew Billings gets to potentially tackle for a loss. Now we have 2nd down. For the Giants offense, the line, Thomas, Runyon Jr., Schlattman, Van Roten, and Alamunyar. The backs and receivers, Tracy, Slayton, Robinson, Bellinger, and Johnson. Those are your backs. So it was a loss of a yard. Dart, shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throws corner, and it is caught for a 1st down. That's Theo Johnson. There's a flag on the play. Might be holding on the Bears. I'll have to see what this flag is. Might be, I think it's going to be on Chicago. Johnson. That is going to be, I believe, holding on Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, who is the new corner for the Bears. All right, so Bears get attacked with 2 penalties. One's declined, one's going to be added on to the end of the play. And it was calling 33. There is no 33 on the Bears on the field right now. I think that was supposed to be 35 against Gardner Johnson. 11:35 to go in the first quarter. Bears already attacked with a penalty on the second play of the game. Bears have 19 takeaways. That's first in the league, but they've also allowed almost 29 points per game. That's 29th in the league. So the defense, when they're getting takeaways, they're on fire. Here's a snap, handoff. Tracy, and again, he's not going to get anywhere. He'll lose another yard, and that'll bring up second down. Edmonds and Billings again in on the stop. For the defensive line, Sweat, Jarrett, Dexter Sr., and Booker. For the linebackers, Noah Sewell and Tremaine Edmonds. TJ Edwards is out. In the secondary, Stevenson, CJ, GGA, Brisker, Byard, and Wright. Darden shotgun at the 41. Handed off. Oh, blown up right there. Singletary for a loss of another yard. It's third down. Booker with the tackle for a loss. And this is where the Bears have to be really strong here. Third down. Booker just lowered his helmet. 3rd and 11. Gave him back to the line of scrimmage on that last spot. Need to get to the Bears 47 for the first down. 47 and a half. Dart looking to throw. Near side, it is caught. And about 2 yards shy. It is 4th down. Theo Johnson again on the catch. Got to imagine the Giants are going to go for it here. It's going to be 4th and 2. So the first 2 runs for the Giants have gone nowhere. Will they go after it here, try and play action and get a big gain? 4th and 2 for the Giants coming up. 9 for 17 on the season for 4th downs for the Giants. They need to get to the Bears' 47-yard line. Snap, Dart rolling out, looking to throw. Dart, pressure's going to come. He's going to get sacked. He's going to be tackled at the Giants' 47. The Bears force a turnover on downs. And both defenses with great starts to end the first 2 drives. Bears force a 3 and out. Giants force a 3 and out. 9:22 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Chicago Bears football on Tri Sports Live. Welcome back here to Shine Sports Live. Bears and Giants both turning it over on downs on their first two offensive drives. The Bears, Caleb Williams, the pass was incomplete. The DJ Moore in the end, back of the end zone to force that turn on downs. But then the Bears force a sack on fourth down. Bears defense was really strong. Probably could have been a penalty on Terry Stevenson for grabbing the shoulder. Williams, a lot of passing early, looking to throw, roll out, fires to his back, and Monangai drops it at second down. Probably going to see that a lot tonight, especially with Williams. He throws the ball hard. And for the weather, drops are going to be a lot higher. Ben Johnson, 5-3 in his first year as Bears head coach. He was the Lions OC from 2022 to 2024. 9:15 to go in the first quarter. Monangai goes in motion. Williams will keep it on QB power. He gets tripped up for maybe a half a yard. It's third down. But the Bears offense last season, dead last in total yards and sacks given up, averaging 4 sacks a game. This year, 6th in points, 4th in total yards, and 8th in sacks per game. Less than 2 sacks per game given up this year. For Ben Johnson, they're first in explosive plays and 4th in average first down gains. Williams looking to throw on third down. Pressure's coming. He's going to get sacked back at the 48, and it's going to bring up fourth down. There's a flag on the play. See if it's holding. Might be on the Giants. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. That's on the Giants, and that's a first down for the Bears. Flock gets tagged with it. Remember, he almost had an interception. And really, Phillips also could have been called for something, too. Wasn't much there on Flott. The other defensive back actually got a hold of Odunze Moore, so they could have called him on that. Giants really good at limiting their penalties, only averaging around 7 and then 0.7 per game. We have a whistle. I thought we had a whistle. 15 on the play clock. Williams under center will snap, hand it off Monangai. Right side hole gets plugged up a little bit, gets over to 40, up to about the 39 of the Giants. And let's bring them second and about 8 or 7. So, second down at about 8 for Chicago. Actually, they'll give them 3 yards, so it's second and 7. Monangai had 365 rushing yards this season, 65 carries. Third of that came last week against the Bengals run defense. Snap. Fake pitch out right. Williams fires. Odunze makes the catch. Has a first down over the 30 up to about the 24 of the Giants. First and 10. Holland with the tackle. There's 7:30 to go in the first quarter, and that's another first down for Chicago. Nice little action there. Wide open was Odunze. Makes the catch. Gets the first down. And a good play there from Ben Johnson to pick up that first down. Bears at the 24 of the Giants. Loveland goes in motion. Snap. Handoff. Monangai gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Numbering him second down and 10. Maybe gets a half yard. If you're looking for Vikings, Ravens scoring, Vikings scored an opening drive touchdown. Aaron Jones Sr. with a rushing touchdown. They're up 7-0 over the Ravens early in that game. 6:43 to go in this first quarter. Monangai did get credited for 1 yard on that carry, so it's second and 9. He'll go out in motion into the slot. Snap. Williams looking to throw. Williams, pressure coming. He's going to roll out. Throws towards the end zone. It is dropped by Zacchaeus in the end zone. He was wide open, and another drop pass from these Bears receivers. Now is another touchdown pass. And Zacchaeus just unable to haul it in. That was just the perfect pass from Caleb. And you got to haul that in for Zacchaeus. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for Chicago. They're in field goal range now. You got to imagine with the weather. So they don't get much here. You got to imagine they're going to go for it. Moore's in the backfield with Kit Williams. Firing on a slant. Caught Odunze. He's going to have the first down inside the 10 up to the 8-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal to go for Chicago. Alrighty, the 3rd reception of the game for Odunze, and we are still in this first quarter. That was a little bit of a crossing slant pattern delay. I mean, that was just a good route there from Odunze. Got open. First and goal for Chicago at the Giants' 8. Burden goes in motion. Snap. Handoff. Monungai. Right guard. Piles. He is pushed into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kyle Monungai, the 7th-round rookie, continuing to play excellent football, and the Bears strike first against this Giants defense. Monungai, perfect blocking from this offense. Kmet got the lead block. Perfect hole on the right side, and Jonah Jackson helped push him into the end zone. And the Bears start with a touchdown. So 1st and 10, Carlos Santos did put up the PAT to try and make it a 7-0 ball game. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and Santos knocks it through. It's a 7-0 start for Chicago. 5:40 to go in this first quarter. The Bears have struck first. And a Monungai 8-yard rushing touchdown. 7-0 Chicago. You're listening to Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back to Shy Sports Live. 5:40 to go in this first quarter. 7-0 Bears After Kyle Malunga 8-yard rushing touchdown capped off a successful second drive for Chicago. Both drives for the Bears have been successful. They got an extended drive thanks to a try penalty on a holding, which Bears would have had to punt, but the penalty extended that drive. Here's the kickoff from Santos, end over end, into the end zone and out of the end zone for a touchback, and the Giants will take over at the 35-yard line. So, Bears on top, 7-0. Really good first two drives for the Bears offense. 72 total yards, and Williams already over 2,000 passing yards with those 57 passing yards, and he could get over 100 if the Bears force another 3 and out, and the offense gets back on the field. Dart is 0 for 3, 0 3 on the road this season. He's 2 of 2, 23 yards to start the game. Two tight ends go in motion, snap, handoff. Singletary gets about maybe a quarter, half yard. Back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up second and about 10. So it's notable here that the Giants are in the negative for rushing yards. Russell Wilson has his helmet on. He's talking to Brian Daboll. We could see him in this game if Dart really struggles. 2nd and 10. Snap, Dart, play action, pressure comes, and he's going to get sacked. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, the newbie, coming on a corner blitz, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Just a corner blitz, and the right tackle did not pick him up. And that was a free sack for C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And that'll bring up 3rd down. Bears needed their corner help to do something, and then he's already been productive. 3rd and 18. Giants need to get to the 45. Shotgun 2 men in the backfield with Dart. Pressure. It's a screen pass. It is caught Singletary. He's going to get back to the 31, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And the Giants go 3 and out, and that's another great defensive stand there for the Bears. A sack on 4th down, forcing a turnover on downs. A sack on 2nd down, forcing a 3rd and long and a screen pass. And the defensive coverage did their job. And the Bears will take over. 4th and 14. Amy Gillen will punt. Duvernay, the Bears returner. Snap. Gillen gets this one away. It's low. Duvernay at the 15 will take it. Makes a cut, and it gets up to about the Bears' 28-yard line, and that'll bring in the Bears' possession. It's been a good first quarter for Bears for the Bears' defense. The offense has been productive too. Bears football are on top 7-0. You're listening to Bears football on Chi Sports Live. Welcome back here to Chicago. A cold, windy, snowy day in November. On November 9th, Bears on top of the Giants, 7-0, and the Bears have forced 2 punts. Or actually, 1 punt and a turnover on downs to start this game defensively. C.J. Gardner-Johnson getting a sack, making an impact early, erasing that early holding penalty. Williams under center, Swift in the backfield. Odunze gets shifted in motion. Snap, handoff, Swift, running up the left side, and gets up to about the 31, a gain of 3. Bring up 2nd and 7, 3:22 to go in this first quarter. Bears trying to put up another scoring drive, and they'd love to get a touchdown. Something they continue to put pressure on the Giants, and that would be really huge if they can get a touchdown. The Giants' offense has looked shaky to start. We have 1 first down that was on a catch by Johnson and is added on yards on a penalty. Snap. Pitch out to Swift. Has blockers in front of him. Has the first down up to the 43-yard line. That's another good gain for the Bears offense. And you're going to continue to see this happen. The offensive line really coming together now. Darnell Wright getting a nice little block there on the edge. And Joe Thuney even getting out there. And Swift gets up to the 42-yard line. And that's a good start for the Bears offense on the rushing attack. Ball at the 43. Williams under center. Swift in the backfield. Snap. Play action. Williams pressure is going to come. Avoids the Thibodeau sack. Rolling out. He's just going to flip it to Swift. Makes the catch at the 48. And that's a gain of about 5. That'll bring up 2nd and 5. Under 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. 1:50 to go in the quarter. Gotta imagine the Bears are just going to take this to the end of the quarter if they can get another first down here. We'll see if they go with a carrier that gets maybe a medium gain of yards. Bears need to get to the 47 of the Giants to get the first down. They're on 2nd and 5 right now. Snap, handoff, Swift. Left side, he gets tripped up at the 49. That's about a gain of about 1.5 yards. So it's going to be a 3rd and about 4 now for the Bears. As Monangai with the coat on the sideline, he's waiting to get his opportunity. Gotta imagine Johnson's going to take another run here and see if he can get another medium gain here and get the first down, or get him closer to that first down. If you don't get any yards here, you probably punt. Williams in shotgun. Swift will get motion into the backfield with him to his left. Probably for protection. Snap. Williams looking to throw. Throws caught. No, it's incomplete. It's 4th down. Little comeback routes near the line of gain. That's going to bring up 4th down. Flanagan fouls on the coverage. And the Bears let the punt for the first time today. So they've gone turnover on downs, touchdown, and punt in their first 3 drives. So the Bears are punting for their first time today. Torrey Taylor, the punt. Gunnar Olszewski, the returner for the Giants. Here's the punt, end over end. Olszewski will let it bounce into the end zone for a touchback, Olszewski. So 40 seconds to go in this first quarter. Bears on top 7-0, but the Giants can add on points or tie this game up or give it a field goal to put more pressure on the Bears to score. You'd love to see the Bears pick up another stop here. Maybe a 3-and-out, maybe a turnover, and get their offense momentum back. And I would have loved to see another run there with Swift or even Monangai on 3rd and 4. Try and get maybe 2-3 yards, even a first down. If you don't get it, go for it on 4th down. So 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Giants. Dart in shotgun. Now he shifts that motion. He's under center. Singletary's in the backfield. 5 on the play clock. Snap. Dart. Play action. Looking to throw. Pressure's going to come. He's going to roll out. Fire. He does not have a catch. It's incomplete. It's second down. Nahshon Wright in on the coverage. It's 2nd and 10. So now we have 2nd and 10 for the Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson was the... Oh, that was almost picked off from Wright. That would have been a pick. If he was able to hold on to that, that would have been a pick. That was just too far behind of a throw for Dart. Dart in his in shotgun. Singletary again to his left. Snap, looking to throw. Corner. Down to the sideline. Oh, what a one-handed catch and a first down. Darius Slayton makes the catch, and that's a huge catch and a first down for the Giants. Under 20 seconds to go. Tyreek Stevenson in on the coverage. A one-handed grab from Slayton. He gets more than 2 feet down. Gets about 4 feet down after possession was controlled. What a catch there. And the Giants are in the Bears' territory for the first time, and the clock is going to expire. And that is the end of the first quarter. So 15 minutes have been played. We still have 45 more minutes to play. Bears are on top 7-0, but the Giants are driving. You're listening to Chicago Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Chicago. First down and 10 for the Giants after a nice catch from Darius Slayton at the 49 of Chicago. It's been a really good start. Here's a snap. It is a play action. Dart looking to throw. Fires deep down the field. It is caught by Slayton again. And he is inside the 15, up to the 10 or the 11-yard line of Chicago. Stevenson, and he just got absolutely cooked on that route by the veteran Slayton. What a pass there from Mr. Dart. Snap, play action. Dart to the corner. Bellinger gets inside the 5 to about the 4, and I'll bring up second down in about 2 or 3. So the Giants have realized they cannot run the football effectively, at least up the middle. And they still are in the negatives for rushing. It's 2nd and 2, by the way. Giants can get a first down without scoring here. They need to get to about the 1.5-yard line, and they are almost there. 2nd and 2. In shotgun, Singletary in the backfield. Snap, handoff to Singletary. I think he gets about a half yard. It's going to bring up third down. Third and about a yard. So Singletary unable to break through. Can't imagine we're going to see another run here for the Giants. They got 1 yard there. They're probably going to try and get another yard here. They officially ruled it no gain, so the Giants did not get a yard there. It's still third down, or it's still 2 yards to gain. 3rd and 2. Heavy packages in for both sides. Man in motion on the left side. Snap. Handoff. Or no, Dart keeps it. It's a touchdown for the Giants, and they strike, and they will tie this game up with extra points. That was just a read option. A lot of Giants player moved. No, that was just good player. It was not a read option either. It was a QB power. And Dart was untouched. That's just a good play. So they've gone with the attacking air. Or they've gone with the airing attack. Here's the kick. It is good. So it's 7-7. Giants tie this one up. Jackson Dart with the rushing touchdown. 7-7 in Chicago. 13:06 to go in the first half. You're listening to Chicago Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Shy Sports Live. Bears and Giants tied at 7. As Jackson Dart rushed in a touchdown. So the Bears got to answer here. They got to get a touchdown. That was a 6-play, 80-yard drive. And that 2 passes there, Slayton. One-handed catch, and then he caught it on, got all the way down to the Bears 11. Gillen's kickoff will go into the end zone and out of it for a touchback, and the Bears will take over at their own 35. So Dart leads the NFL, or leads the QBs in rushing touchdowns. He also leads in rushing touchdowns on designed runs. And he's 6 of 7 on the game now, 104 yards, has 1 carry, 3 yards, and a touchdown. He's been sacked twice. But 13:06 to go in the half. Bears need to score here. Monangai in the backfield. Williams on their center. Loveland gets shifted to the near side. Williams killing the play. 4 on the play clock. Snap. Play action. Williams. Over the middle downfield. It is caught by Rome Odunze again. Firing. Giants trying to rip the ball out of his hands, but they can't. He gets it inside the Giants 40 for a first down. Again, good protection from the offensive line, and Odunze just makes the catch. Hangs on to that ball. And that's a huge first down for Chicago. Inside the Giants 40. Odunze kept his legs running. Ball is at the 38 of the Giants. Kmet gets shifted into the backfield. Snap. Play action. Williams rolling out. Fires deep down the field. It is out of the end zone. Just overthrown of Odunze. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Williams ended up on the ground. 2nd and 10. I'd love to see Ben Johnson maybe go back to the run game here. And the hit was pretty quickly right after the throw on Williams. I don't think that warranted a roughing the passer penalty. However, if the Bears were to do it to Dart would probably get that penalty. Snap, Monangai gets the carry, and he's kind of stuffed right after about 1.5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down. 12 minutes to play in the half. 3rd and 8. They gave him 2. Here's our, in these conditions, probably on the edge of field goal range. So 3rd and 8 for Chicago. Ball's at the 36.5, 37. They need to get to the Giants 28 for the first down. 4 on the play clock. Williams, snap, looking to throw. Pressure's going to come. Fires over the middle. It's underthrown and incomplete. It's going to bring a 4th down. I think that was DJ Moore, intended receiver. He's slow to get up, I believe. And out comes Tory Taylor in the punt team. So, because of these conditions, you cannot kick it here, and that's why you needed yards on that 2nd or 3rd down play to have a chance. Really, you see a punt happen from inside the 40, but it's going to happen here. Here's Taylor. He's probably just going to try and get this one high up in the air. And it's going to be fair caught at the 11 or 12-yard line by Olszewski. And Jackson Dart will lead out the Giants offense back out there again. Bears offense only 1 touchdown on 4 drives. The Giants have 1 and 3. 11:23 to go in the first half. Bears, Giants, 7-7. You're listening to Chicago Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Shy Sports Live 7-7 here in Chicago. The Bears had a good first two drives offensively, and unfortunately they had a turnover on downs, which ended their first drive of the game. Second drive was the Kamalinga 8-yard rushing touchdown, and then the third and fourth drives were punts. Bears have it the Giants have it 1st and 10, back at their own 11. Dart is under center. 104 passing yards in this first half so far. Dart throwing it to Johnson, makes the catch, and gets up to about the 13.5, 14-yard line. Bring up about 2nd and 7. Dart has had a really good game and really good throws. He's had the one near pick to Nahshon Wright, but after that, he had an excellent pass to a nice one-handed catch from Slayton. 2nd and 7 handoff. Tracy running up the gut and just nothing there, about a half a yard up to about the 15. Now bring him 3rd and 6. So there's really no room at all in the interior for rushing for the Giants right now. And the rushing touchdown from Dart was scored on getting outside the interior. 3rd and 6. Giants need to get to the Bears 21 to get the first down. Trips up to the far side. Snap. Dart looking to throw. Dart over the middle. It is caught and a first down up to the 32. That's Wan'Dale Robinson for the catch. And another first down for the Giants on a 3rd down. Just a good pass over the middle, over the leaping head of Noah Sewell. And that was another good catch. Dart, pressure was in on him, but he made a tough throw. Snap. Play action. Dart looking to throw. Far side. It is caught and another first down. This time, Darius Slayton, 1st and 10. Wan'Dale Robinson, 1st and 10 for the Giants. So the previous pass reception was from Darius Slayton. That one was by Robinson on this pass reception. So I got the numbers mixed up there. Apologize. Ball's at the 42. Snap, Dart, pitch out right. Tracy running, and he gets about 2 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 8. Giants tried to get outside, and they couldn't really effectively get outside. So for the Giants, got to imagine Dart's going to continue throwing the football. He's 9 of 10 for 134 yards already. I like the rookie playing well. I just don't want it to happen against the Bears. Dart under center. Play action again. Dart trying to find a receiver. Throws it over the middle. Caught again by Robinson. And a first down in Chicago territory to the Bears 43. Just an amazing first half for Jackson Dart. And the Bears, I know they're missing Jalen Johnson and Joshua Blackwell, but this secondary is getting eaten alive right now from Dart. Again, that was Stevenson in on the coverage. About the 43 of Chicago, 1st and 10. Dart under center, Tracy in the backfield. Snap, play action again. Dart, pressure comes, he's going to get sacked. Helmet falls off. Ball's at the 40, or the play is at the 46 now, and a flag is thrown. That was way late. I don't know why the flag was thrown 20 seconds after the play ended. I mean, that was probably a roughing the passer, but you don't throw that call. Oh, that. The flag was thrown way too late. The flag was thrown way too late. I mean, it was roughing the passer, but That's what I noticed too. But that flag was thrown way too late. The play was about 10 seconds over, and then the flag was thrown. I mean, that flag was not thrown until after the referee Adrian Hill saw that Dart had his helmet off and then threw the flag. That you throw it right away, not 15 seconds after delaying it, and just not good right there. It was a flat penalty, but throw it right away. Don't wait until after the play is over to throw it. So 1st and 10 for the Giants. They're at the Bears 28 now. I formation, snap, and it's a flea flicker and a pass to Johnson, and he gets absolutely nothing. He loses a half a yard. I think I'm 2nd and 11 now. So 2nd and 11. Need to get to the Bears. Play action. Dart looking to throw. Dart. Far sideline through the legs of Robinson. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Bears have been in this situation before. 3rd down. They need to get the stop here. Younghoe Koo, by the way, is the kicker for the Giants today. Former Falcon. Got cut before the season started. Bears playing soft in the secondary right now, giving the receivers a free release. It's a play. Dart will keep it. Dart running. He's going to have the 1st down. Much more flag is thrown. Ball is spotted at the 4-yard line. We'll see what the flag is. We'll see what happens here. Let's bring up 3rd down for the Giants. That was on Bellinger for the block in the back on Nahshon Wright. So we'll have to see where the ball is spotted. It's going to bring up 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and short, I have to imagine. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. So, gotta imagine the Giants. I mean, we're in a new age now where it seems like every team is trying to go for it on 4th down. So, you gotta imagine the Giants are just going to try and take a run here, get close, and get another chance. Singletary will get the handoff. He will come up about a yard short. He's up to the 19. That's 4th down. See what Dable does here. Grady Jarrett was in on the tackle. And I imagine this is going to be a go-for-it situation. Both heavy packages will be out. But it also makes it where if you get outside, you're going to have less athletic players trying to make the tackle. 4th and 1 coming up for the Giants. Need to get to the Bears 18. Dart under center. Singletary is in the backfield. Snap. Play action. Dart. Pressure comes. Throws it to the back of the end zone. It is somehow. No, it's dropped. Incomplete. It's going to bring up a turnover on downs. So the Bears force a big turnover on downs. Almost a touchdown. Almost an interception. And it turns into neither. But the Bears force the turnover on downs. We'll see if they review that for a touchdown. I mean, you gotta have that possession all the way through the contact. They rolled an incomplete, so that is going to be a turnover on downs. 5:26 to go in the half. You're listening to Chicago Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Chicago. So on that last play, Jaquan Brisker went down with an injury. His helmet was off. He has a concussion history. So that could be the concern right now. The first play for the Bears drive, hand up to Swift, has a huge hole over the 30, over the 40, up to the 44. That's a huge gain on first down. Darius Slayton for the Giants also went back to the locker room. So a couple early injuries for both teams on defense and offense. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens after this. But an excellent play by Brisker, breaking up that touchdown pass to Bellinger. Swift has 5 carries for 44 yards. All's at the 44. Snap, play action. Williams rolling out. He's going to have the chance to slide at midfield. So ball midfield. Bears fans were upset that Williams got hit a little late. So ball midfield, 2nd and 4. Snap, Williams, and we have a dead ball penalty. It's going to be on the Bears. That's Darnell Wright again. Bring him 2nd and 9. Williams in shotgun. Snap. It's a draw play. Hand off to Swift, and he gets up to the 49, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, and bring him 3rd down. DJ Moore is also injured. So, and Oliver says no injury designation. I did look a little slow to get up. He does not have his helmet on right now. He's working out his left hand, it looks like. Loveland in motion. Williams looking to throw. Williams over the middle has Swift. They're going to get about 3 or 4. It's going to be a 4th down. You got to imagine you go for it here. Defense stood tall. It's a defensive game. Go for it here. Try and pick up that 1st down and extend this drive. I would at least hope they would try and go for it here on 4th down. 4th and 2. Bears do have to snap it before the warning. Balls at the Giants. What do they do? Go for it. Handoff. Swift has a huge hole. Oh, bumps off the first tackle. Has the 1st down to the 39. He had a huge hole. It immediately was shut down, but he bounced off the initial tackle and what would have been a loss of yards and picks up the 1st down. And now it'll bring us to the warning. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Bears driving in Giants territory. We're tied at 7. You're listening to the Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Chicago. Flanagan fouls for the Giants now. Is heading into the medical tent. So injuries are happening quite a bit now as he actually tried to make the tackle on Swift. Got his helmet in there flat. He's made mistakes today, as Flott. He's committed a penalty. He got cooked on a route. He probably would have been able to tackle Swift if Flott did not tackle his own guy. But 1st and 10 for the Bears. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Both teams, by the way, do have all 3 of their timeouts. Bears at the Giants 39. Snap. Play action. Williams looking to throw. Throws it back to Swift. And he's going to get dropped behind the line of scrimmage on that delayed screen at about the 42. So, you know, the Russian attack for the Bears has been pretty good, and they continue to throw the football in these tough conditions. Has not worked out that well. Second and 13 now for the Bears. Under a minute 30 to go in the half. I'd imagine if not a lot of yards are gotten here, Dable will call a timeout. Williams looking to throw over the middle. Zaccheaus gets past the original line to gain up to about the 36, 37, and that'll bring up third down and medium. And the Giants do take their first timeout of the half. So minute 18 to go. Halftime is almost up. For halftime, we will take a look at stats, highlight some key points, and let the rest of the halftime clock bleed out. It is third down for the Bears. We'll see what happens here. It's 3rd and 7. You gotta imagine if this is again go for it territory if they do not get much here on third down. 3rd and 7. Bears are 1 for 5 today in third down. They've averaged almost 7 yards to go. Quick snap handoff Swift. He gets up to about the 32, maybe 33, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And another timeout is taken from the Giants. We get 4th and 4. So 4th down for the Bears. And the NFC North standings, Bears are in 3rd. They're tied with the Lions record-wise, but the Lions' record or win has them given the edge. So it's 4th down for the Bears. Will we see a Santos field goal, or will the offense stay out there? It looks like the offense is staying out there. This is a big play call here. You need to get that first down. Send this drive. Need to get to the Giants 29. 5 wide for Chicago, including trips on the far side. Swift now gets motion closer to those trips. Looking to throw. Williams. And it's dropped by Swift. It's another turnover on downs. 1:08 to go in the half. Bears turn it over on downs. Just has not been a good half for the passing game. Swift just dropped it. I don't even think he would have gotten the first down anyways if he caught it. 1:08 to go. Way back out of this. Bears trail or tied at 7. 1:10 to go here in the first half. 1:08 to go in the first half. 1st and 10 for the Giants after forcing another Bears 3-and-out or turnover on downs. The Giants have one timeout. Pass to Robinson, makes the catch, gets out of bounds. 1:03 to go. I'm seeing about 5 or 6. Bring up 2nd and 4. So even with the score tied at 7, the Giants, it feels like they've dominated this game offensively, it seems like, because of having more explosive plays and having a more efficient passing game. So it's 2nd and 4. Bears showing blitz. They back out of it. Dart looking to throw. Fires deep downfield. It is out of bounds. Incomplete. It's 3rd down. So 3rd and 4 now for the Giants. Under a minute to play here in the half. Bears trying to force another punt. And with 3 timeouts left, they still have a chance to score here. They need to get a stop here, though. Giants need to get to about the 43.5 of their own 43.5 yard line. Snap, Dart looking to throw. Pump fakes, pressure comes, rolling out, fires downfield. It is caught by Theo Johnson. And a 1st down again. Dart is having a heck of a game over the leaping head of Noah Sewell. He gets one in. He drags his other foot in. That's a completed catch. Ball's at the 39 now of Chicago. Dart again tagging outfield, and again it's Johnson hanging on inside the 15 and a 1st down. 40 seconds to go in the half. Clock is running. Giants going hurry up. Ball spotted at the 14. And again, the Bears, for some reason, are showing pressure and leaving soft coverage. Snap. Dart over the middle. It is tipped and almost caught by Johnson. Incomplete. It's 2nd down. Hit Johnson's back, and it pops straight up. And it's 2nd down. 21 seconds to go now in the half. And Dart continues to really make Bears fans upset right now with his passing skills. But the Bears, too many times now on this drive, they've shown pressure. They've backed off, but have immediately been beat because of the free releases. Giants need to get to the Bears 4 to get a 1st down. Snap, Dart looking to throw. Dart, pressure comes, rolls out, throws it into the corner, end zone, intercepted. No, it's knocked down. Olszewski knocks out, plays defense on Nahshon Wright. Wright has had 2 interceptions go through his hands, and it's 3rd down and 10. Excellent offensive defense there by Olszewski. And Wright looking like the Bears receivers today, just dropping everything. So it's 3rd down and 10 for the Giants. Well in field goal range. Snap, Dart looking to throw it. And you get to the 4 for the 1st. Dart throwing, corner end zone, incomplete. It's 4th down. Tyreek Stevenson on the coverage. Olszewski, the intended receiver. It's 4th down. Seven seconds, and the Giants will bring out the field goal team. This will be a 32-yarder from Younghoe Koo from the right hash. This will effectively end the half. Here's the kick. It is up and right down the middle. Good. It's 10-7. So 3 seconds to go in the half. Giants have taken the lead. And they've looked like the better team through the first 29 minutes and 57 seconds to this point in this game. Big noon Saturday. Northwestern, my college team, will be taking on number 21 Michigan at historic Wrigley Field. We will not be broadcasting that game, but I just wanted to point it out. It's a big noon kickoff Saturday, but the Bears trailing by 3. The offense, unless there's a kick return touchdown, will not have a chance. I mean, you might as well just try and take the return out and see if magic can happen. But the Giants have definitely looked like the better team through the first 30 minutes of this game, or at least 29 minutes and 57 seconds. The Russian attack, the Bears have gone, it seems like, more with the passing attack than the rushing attack. And when the Bears have rushed the ball, it's mainly gone well. The Bears have dropped passes today. Just not really good offensive work today for the Bears offense. And Gillen will just kick this one down the field. It's low, and it does not land inside the 20-yard line. It also goes out of bounds. Flag is thrown because it did not get 20 yards down the field. So the ball will be placed at the 40-yard line. I mean, can you try and shoot this one down the field, or do you just take a knee here? We'll see what... they're gonna set up in QB kneel, so Williams will just kneel it, and that'll send us to halftime. Bears trail 10-7 as we head to halftime. It was not a great first half. We'll go through key points and stats after this. You're listening to Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back to Shy Sports Live. We're at halftime in Chicago. The Bears trailed the Giants 10-7 through the first 30 minutes of play. Some key points. Right now, the Giants have played like the better team through these first 30 minutes. Passing attack has been much better. The rushing attack has not been there for the Giants, but the passing, it doesn't matter when the passing attack is there. So for the Bears, they got to play better defense in the secondary. I get they're banged up, but you gotta play better defense right now. And for, like we said earlier, it seems like when the Bears don't get a takeaway, then they struggle. It's almost like a takeaway or bust type of situation. Nahshon Wright has had 2 interceptions go through his hands today. And in this weather, take off the gloves. Go bare hands. It's easier to catch it with bare hands than in the snow. So take off the gloves. I hope gloves are being taken off in the second half for the Bears. Because the receivers have also dropped passes too. The play calling for Ben Johnson has been pretty good. Would love to see a lot more runs, though, because the Russian attack has not been as frequent as it was last week. But the Bears are trailing 10-7. They got the ball to start the first half, so the Giants will get the ball to start the second half. The Giants ended the half with a field goal just a couple plays after Nahshon Wright dropped his potential second interception of the game. But those are some key points. Now some stats. For the team stats, Giants having had a heck of a first half. 210 total yards, and you'd think maybe they're about half and half with rushing and passing, but no, their passing well outweighs their rushing. Bears have 174 total yards of offense. Passing yards, 187 to 95 in favor of the Giants. Jackson Dart has looked really good. He is almost to 200 passing yards. I believe he actually has 199 passing yards. That is because of the sack. That's right. So 187 passing yards and 95 for this game. 23 rushing yards to 79 rushing yards. Chicago in favor there. First downs, 10-9 in favor of the Giants. Third down, this has been the big key here. Seen a few long third downs for the Giants, and they've just made it look easy. Giants are 3 for 7 on third down, while the Bears are 1 of 6 on third down. Fourth down, 0 for 2 for the Giants, 1 for 3 for the Bears. 33 total plays for each team, 2 sacks allowed for the Giants. Both teams have punted, twice for Chicago, once for the Giants. Penalties, the Giants have more penalties but less yards. Bears have 2 penalties for 20 yards. No fumbles, no turnovers at all. Again, Bears should have registered at least 1 interception. Time of possession, pretty even. Bears slightly in favor, but less than a minute. And right now for the Giants, they're on top. Player stats now. These are the leaders. We'll start off with the Giants. Jackson Dart, 14 of 21, 199 yards, no touchdowns or interceptions. Dart has a rushing touchdown, 2 carries, 21 yards. Devin Singletary has 3 carries for 2 yards, and Tyrone Tracy has 5 carries and no yards. There is Slayton, 3 receptions, 85 yards. Johnson, 6 for 71. Wan'Dale Robinson, 3 for 31. Daniel Bellinger, the tight end, 1 for 8. Devin Singletary has 1 for 4. Harry McLeod and Gunnar Olszewski each have no receptions. For the defense, Javon Holland has 4 tackles. Brian Burns has 4 tackles. Tyler Nubin has 2 tackles. Darius Alexander has 1. Belton and Phillips have 1. Banks has 1. Roy Robertson Harris has 1. Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles has 1. Kayvon Thibodeau has 1. Zaire Barnes has 1. And then Black and Rakeem Nunez-Roches, as well as Bobby Okereke, each have assisted tackles. Kick returns, Gunnar Olszewski has not had a chance to return. Young-Ho Koo is 1 for 1 on field goals, 32 yards. Also has an extra point. And Jamie Gillen has punted once for 54 yards. For the Bears stats, Caleb Williams, 10 of 18, 95 yards. We've seen about 3 or 4 passes get dropped today. DeAndre Swift, 8 carries, 60 yards. Kyle Monangai, 4 for 13 and the rushing touchdown. And Caleb Williams has 3 for 6. Would love to see both Swift and Monangai finish with over 15 in this game. For the receiving situation, Odunze, 4 receptions, 66 yards, and the rest of the receiving core not looking that good. Luther Burden has 1 for 15, Swift has 4 for 8, Zacchaeus has 1 for 6, and Moore and Monangai each have nothing more. Again, banged up. See if he had no injury designation. We'll see if he's able to play. And for the defense, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, three tackles, has a sack. Andrew Billings has 3 tackles. Terry Stevenson has 3 tackles. Kevin Byard has 2. Same with Booker and Edmonds. And Sewell, Wright, and Dexter and Hicks have 1. And Sweat, Jarrett, and Brisker each have an assisted tackle. Gervon Dexter Sr. has a half a sack, as well as Montez Sweat. No kick returns for Chicago. Actually, a couple special teams penalties on the Giants for kickoffs. Devin Duvernay has 1 punt return for 13 yards. Santos has made an extra point, and Torrey Taylor has punted twice, 76 yards, averaging 38 yards a punt. He's punted once inside the 20. The number is a little bit skewed because his 1 punt was well in the Giants' territory. Skewing the number. But second half coming up soon. We'll be ready for the start of the second half. You're listening to Chicago Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Shy Sports Live. Second half about ready to get started. Bears will kick it off to the Giants. Sanchez getting ready to boot this one away. Bears trail the Giants 10-7. Defense has to be strong here. You don't want to give up a touchdown and go down 2 scores with in this tough weather and an offense that has really struggled today for the Giants. Or for the Bears. Santos is ready. Here's the kickoff. End over end. It will be returned from the 5-yard line, over the 20, over the 30, over the 40. Oh my gosh, bring him down. That's up to the 45 on that kick return. And that is a really good start for Banks and the Giants to get a special teams play there. It's not been good today for the Bears at all. It seems like they're really playing down to the Giants level of play right now. And yes, it is a shot at the Giants because they're 2-7. However, they do have a good team. They just need to. That's some good chances here. Dart, snap, play action, looking to throw. Over the middle, too high for Tracy. Incomplete. It's second down. Good pressure coming up on him. 2nd and 10 now for the Giants. So Giants, 2nd and 10. First play of the second half just happened. Incomplete pass. Dart in shotgun. We'll snap. Hand it off. It's Tracy. Powers up the gut for about 5 up to the 44. The kickoff was spotted at the 49. The kickoff was spotted at the 44. So it is 3rd and 5. And Ben Johnson, 3-1 as a head coach in games decided by 7 points or fewer. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Giants. You'd really love to get a good 21, 28 point half here for Chicago. Snap, Darlick in the throw. Corner route has his man. It's a first down. It's Robinson. And the Giants will move those chains. So the Bears, they're playing really soft coverage right now. Part of this is probably because their receivers might not be able to hang if they're in press coverage. However, if you continue playing soft coverage, you're going to get eat up constantly. Bears pressing this play. Dart is in under center. Play action looking to throw. Dart rolling out, has plenty of room, and he will slide out around the 40-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and a gain of about 5. Dart slid. So Giants need to get to the Bears' 35-yard line for this first down. Snap, Dart hands it off. Tracy bounces outside, has a huge gain. It's a first down inside the 30 to the 24. And now the running game is getting going now for the Giants. I got to play better defense right now for the Bears. 16 for Tracy. Has 49 yards on 13 carries. That's almost 4 yards a carry. Rolls up to 24, Chicago. Dart, snap. Pulls it back, running it. Dart has a hole. Dart makes a move, and he's going to score. Jackson Dart, another touchdown on the ground, and the Giants are taking a 2-possession lead over the Bears. So the Giants are taking a 2-possession lead now. That's another touchdown. Extra point from Q is good. It's 17-17. So the Giants, in less than 3 minutes, have doubled their lead, or I've made it a two-possession game. 17-7, Giants on top in Chicago. You're listening to Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Chicago. Bears trail the Giants 17-7. Giants a 17-0 run after the Bears got their first touchdown on the second drive of the game. Since then, the Bears have had turnover on downs and punts. And since the Bears got that initial 7-0 lead, here's the kickoff. It'll be returned by Duvernay from the 2 up to the 25. So 23-yard return or so from Duvernay. And here comes Caleb Williams and this Bears offense. But the Giants have looked like the much better team throughout this entire game besides that one touchdown scoring drive for the Bears. And it definitely looks like that injury issues are hurting the Bears secondary. However, you gotta score offensively. The offenses look just as bad. Manungai is in the backfield. Williams under center. One receiver wide. That's Odunze. Manungai will power up the right gut up to about the 29, 30-yard line for a good medium gain on first down. And you'd love to see runs on good runs. You'd love to see good runs here. And you'd love to see targets too. I don't think Caleb has targeted his tight ends once. So they've gone more to the receivers out wide. It just has not worked. Komet in motion. Snap. Another handoff to Manungai. Gets past one guy, but gets about a half a yard. It's going to bring up third down and short. Or third down and about 4.5, 5. Flanagan fouls back into the game after That injury earlier in the game makes the tackle for only a half a yard. So 3rd down and medium. You really do not want to punt here because if the Giants get another touchdown, you're down by 17. You want to get points on this drive. Snap. Williams looking to throw. Pressure comes. Williams, and he is going to avoid the 1 sack. Almost falls, avoids a 2nd sack, has the 1st down, and gets up to about the 37-yard line on the scramble. Making it work. And he avoided 1 sack. An initial sack, Burns had his hands on him. He did not get it. And on the 2nd attempt, Thibodeau unable to get him, and Williams just dives forward for the 1st down. Ball at the 36. They spotted him about a yard short of what I said. Williams deep throw down the field, well overthrown, incomplete. It's 2nd down. $10:08 to go in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Bears. Their first possession of the 2nd half. Second and 10. Williams now 10 and 19 for 95 yards on the game. Man in motion. Almost like a Giants player went offside. They say he didn't. Pass caught by Loveland. He gets up to the 41. Now to bring up 3rd down and about 3 or 4. So 9:50 to go in this 3rd quarter. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Bears coming up now. By the way, winds are up to 37 miles per hour in gusts right now. Bears need to get to the 46 for the 1st down. Williams in shotgun, no empty set with them. Zaccheaus in motion. Williams looking to throw. Zaccheaus through his hands. It's 4th down. Like I said, take off the gloves. Take off the gloves. And this has been, that's another drop for Zaccheaus. I think that's his 3rd drop. And it's 4th and 5. I know it's cold, but take off the gloves and put your hands on the hand warmers. Bears are going to punt. Taylor on the punt. End over end. Olszewski will let it bounce behind him. And this will go into the end zone for a touchback. So, Bears start their first possession with the punt. Giants started their first possession with a touchdown in the 2nd half. 17-7, Giants on top. You're listening to Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Shy Sports Live. Giants on top 17-4 on this salute to Veterans Day. And for the Bears, they have done everything but salute the veterans, it seems like, because this team has looked very shaky and bad. After a Bears punt in their first possession of the second half, Giants had the ball at their own 20, hand off to Tracy. He'll power up for about 3.5, 4 yards, and then we're going to second down. Jackson Dart, a long touchdown run. He actually has 2 touchdown runs today. He's 15 of 23 at 205 passing yards as well. So he's had a really good day for the rookie. And he's made it seem like he can handle any weather. I mean, I believe he can now. Dart firing to his man. It's Robinson. Makes the catch, avoids the tackle, gets pushed out of bounds, and another first down for the Giants. And the Giants are really playing with momentum now. Bears have just not played, and that was another bad tackle attempt from Wright, has had 2 interceptions go through his hands today. Ball's at the 38. Johnson in motion. Dart looking to throw. Dart. Pressure comes. Floats it. Incomplete. It's going to bring up second down. So 2nd and 10. 8:09 to play in this third quarter. Well, the Bears' defensive penalties, they have not really hurt them because both drives where those defensive penalties happened, the Giants did not score. You love to see the Bears capitalize with a stop here and try and get a scoring drive on their next drive. 2nd and 10. Dart and shotgun. Snap, looking to throw. Has Robinson knocked out by Stevenson. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. Good defensive breakup there. And if you remember, Dart had a touchdown pass knocked out very late by Jaquan Brisker earlier in this game. So the Giants could be up 24-7 at this point. So that just shows you how well the Giants have played today compared to the Bears. In Bears football, one would call it. And again, the Bears showcasing pressure. They're going to, again, give free releases to every single receiver on this team here. 2 on the play clock. They just get it off. They bring a blitz. It's a screen to Robinson. He's going to get pushed out of bounds. He might have gone there. They're going to spot him a yard short. It's going to bring up 4th down on a yard. But that's going to bring up another go-for situation, one would imagine here, unless Daboll trusts his defense, which has been played pretty lights out today, besides the 1 touchdown run from an guy. Again, I think he actually probably less than a yard. He probably is half a yard away from the line of gain. They're going for it on 4th down. Might be a push. No, they're going to play action. A little chip block, and that's a good run. And a first down from Dart. He slides on the Bears' territory. 9 yards for Dart, and another first down. You got a nice chip block on the outside. He just slices outside. And the new Bears acquisition was acquired via trade, just got chipped up pretty good, and that was just a good offensive tackle play there. I was at the 43 now, Chicago. Dart looking, floats a pass to Singletary, voids 1 man. He gets down to the 35. That's going to bring up 2nd and short. Second and 2 now for the Giants. 237 passing yards now for Jackson Dart. You need to get to the Bears 33 for that first down. Snap, handoff, Singletary again. He's going to have the first down inside the 35 to the 32. Gain of about 3. Remember, the Bears defense, they've only been successful, it seems like, when they've forced takeaways. They've had 2 takeaways ripped away from them because they've dropped interceptions. One of them was for a one of them allowed Young Hoku to kick a field goal 2 plays after it, made it 10-7. Quick pass, caught. This is Slade, and he gets inside the 30 up to the 29. That's going to bring up second down and medium. It's another pass completion for Dart, his 19th of the game. Slayton, who's had a pretty good game today for the veteran, has another catch. It was a gain of 4, so it's 2nd and 6. 5:20 to go in the third quarter. Now the Giants are really taking advantage of that time of possession now. Eating up clock. Snap. Play or fake handoff. Dart has blockers ahead of him. He fires, almost loses the football. It comes out at the very end. Bears say they have it, and it is ruled Bears football, and Dart is slow to get up. We'll see if that stands as a fumble recovery. Nahshon Wright jumped on it. He lost it initially. It was a knocked out from Byard. He got it back. I think that's going to stay Giants football, in my opinion. They're probably going to review it. We'll find out what the call is after that. 17-7 Giants on tap. 5:05 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to Bears football on Shy Sports Live. So the Bears defense do indeed get off the field. They'll have possession of the football. C.J. Gardner-Johnson was the man that ended up forcing the fumble. Bears had the ball at their own 16. Now you got to get a touchdown here. Zacchaeus goes in motion. Snap. Play action. Williams looking to throw over the middle. Has Swift. Has the catch. He powers forward up to the 26-27. We'll have a first down. Bears and C.J. Gardner-Johnson made a nice hit there on Dart, who was slow to get up. I think he was more upset at himself than the tackle. I feel like that should have been a recover by Dart, but the Bears will take that break. They got to capitalize with it though. Loveland in motion. Snap. Handoff Swift running up the right side. Has a huge hole. Has a first down again up to the 37. This is what you got to do if you're the Bears. Continue to run the football, get good chunk gains, and then throw when you have to. And again, you really love to see some of these receivers take their gloves off. I know it's cold out, but give yourself a chance to make the catch a lot easier than if you have your gloves on with that snow coming on, impacting and making your gloves slippery. 1st and 10. Smythe goes back into the backfield. Offset I formation. Williams looking to throw. Avoids a sack. Williams. And he's going to get sacked. Second time a flag is thrown. I believe it's going to be holding on the Bears, too. Sack back at the 35. Well, the flag is in the secondary, and Caleb is slow to get up. That's going to be on the Giants. Caleb Williams is hobbling right now. That's on Banks for the corner. That's on Banks the corner. And really, it's not much there on that play. That's 1st and 10. Hopefully Williams can handle that. Williams plays at the 42 now. Williams looking to throw. So the corner caught by Burden, and he's close to the first down. Even about 8 or 9. We are under 3 minutes to play in the half now. By the way, Baltimore are up 19-10 over the Vikings. 2:45 to go. 2nd and 1 coming up now for the Bears. Williams 13 of 23, 118 passing yards. In motion is Zacchaeus. Snap, play action. Over the middle, has a man. It is Lovin. It's a first down inside the 30 of the Giants to the 29. First catch of the game for Loveland. And finally number 1 gets a target, and number 2 gets a huge gain. And again, the blocking for the Bears there on that play. Loveland made a nice catch. Exactly what he needed. Exactly what the Bears offense needed. And again, on a drive where they must score, whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, you want a touchdown here, though. Regardless, it's on a good third quarter. There's a man slow to get up. It is Nunez Rocha Sr. 2:15 to go in this third quarter. Bears fans starting to get loud. And you want to have so 1st and 10, 2:12 to go. To a 3 to go now. In motion, Williams looking to throw. Williams fires downfield towards the corner, incomplete. Another flag is thrown. And I think they're going to get Banks on the Giants for pass interference. Odunze was the intended receiver. And tack on another 15. So a couple penalties now on the Giants on this drive. And that was pass interference. It bumped into him. And Odunze probably would have caught that. That might have been a touchdown. So Bears, it's going to be a spot foul, and they'll have 1st and goal to go now. So now 6 penalties on the Giants. Bears have 2. 6 penalties for 39 yards for the Giants. Bears have more than 2 penalties. It's just been declined. Ball's placed at the 10. Snap. Williams looking to throw. Corner. It is caught by Kmet at the 6, and it's going to bring up 2nd and goal and 6 yards to go. So both tight ends getting the targets on this drive. Loving with the big catch, and then Kmet gets a short catch. And I think at this point in time, you run the football here. All right, you need points here. Whether it's 6 or 3, you need points. Snap, handoff, Swift gets tripped up from a Giants player who was already on the ground. That was Thibodeau at the 4-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal. So he couldn't avoid the Giants player already on the ground. So there's momentum long enough. And now, if you're Johnson, what do you go for on 4th downs where you're under a minute to play here in this 3rd quarter? Do you go for it on 3rd down or on 4th and goal and effectively potentially decide the game on this drive? 3rd and goal, Williams in shotgun as Monangai to his left. Snap, a little bit high, floating a pass into the corner of the end zone, nowhere near Odunze. It's 4th and goal. I don't know what that play was. Bears will send out Santos on the field goal team. I get the fade opportunity here, but there's just good defense there by Banks, who committed the pass interference penalty earlier. So Santos out to attempt a chip shot. This is from 22 yards to try and make it a 17-10 game from the right hash. Snap is good. Hold by Taylor is good. Kick is down the middle and good. So the Bears cut into this deficit a bit. It's 17-10. But they're still down by a touchdown. But it was a takeaway that got them here. Can they do it again? 34 seconds to go in the 3rd. You're listening to Chicago Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Shy Sports Live. It is 17-10 now. Bears have added a Cairo Santos 22-yard field goal to make it 17-10. Still has not looked good offensively, though, from this Bears unit. First scoring drive since the 1st quarter for the Bears. Since then, they've either had to punt or turnover on down. Santos' kickoff will Go off the pylon for a touchback. that was literally a foot away from being at the 40-yard line. Ball will be at the 35-yard line because the ball. Actually, no, because it hit in the landing zone and went into the end zone for a touchback. That's going to be actually a good kickoff for Santos. But Dart, his 2 rushing touchdowns today have come on options, and both options have killed the Bears' defense. And that happened a lot at Ole Miss. So you gotta realize if you're Dennis Allen, this guy's can run as a quarterback. Ball be at the 20-yard line because it was a touchback and landed into the landing zone. So it was a good kickoff from Santos. Dart 6 rushes, 67 yards, 11.2 yards on average, and 2 touchdown runs. He's our player of the game so far. There's 34 seconds to go in this quarter. As Robinson goes in motion. Dart will play action, throw to a screen. It's Robinson, makes the catch, avoids one guy, gets hammered from behind, gets about 3 or 4. There's a flag on the play. Let's see who this is on. Going to be on the Bears. If it's on the Giants, it would be their 7th penalty. Officials are talking it through right now. I think it's going to be on the Giants if it were to be a penalty for blocking too early on the pass. Okay, so the Giants get tackled with 2 penalties, 1 for an eligible receiver downfield and 1 on Ray McCloud for pass interference. That'll drop the Giants back to their own 10-yard line and make a 1st and 20 and wipes out the medium gain on 1st down. And if you're the Bears, you got to get a stop here on now. You know that running game has not really been effective for the Giants on the interior part. Giants do have to snap this ball one more time before the quarter ends because the play clock is a second ahead. Snap. They're going to hand it off. It's Tracy. Fights forward for about 4.5, 5, and another flag is on down. This might be on the Bears. We'll have to see what this call is. And they're talking to Dable, so it's probably going to be on the Bears now. And a quarter. What? Okay, whatever. That must have been a makeup call. We played through 3 in Chicago. 17-10 Giants. I did not see the holding call. You listen to Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Chicago. 17-10 Giants on top of the Bears. By the way, the Giants do have first down. They're at the 19. After that, Grady Jarrett holding penalty. I don't know how in the world that's a holding penalty, but, because it is. Russell Wilson, by the way, is in the game now for the Giants. Unsure why. If it's just for this play, there's a handoff. Singletary immediately bounces up. We're getting a 5, and we have second down. Second and 5, 14:45 to go. Must be an injury with Dart because he's played phenomenal today. Giants go, hurry up. Wilson rolling out. Looking to throw. Throws it to Johnson. He's going to be a yard short of the first down. And we have third down. 3rd and 1. 14:20 to go in this game. Bears trail by 7. Russell Wilson. Can he make a better mistake? Remember a couple of years ago, he led the Broncos on a game-winning comeback, down 21 against the Bears in the fourth quarter to win that game. Wilson, play action, looking to throw. Throws it to his running back. Singletary bounces off Sewell's first tackle, has a huge gain down the sideline. Still going. And he gets pushed out of bounds. Sewell's inability to effectively tackle him has cost his team and the game, potentially. Gotta make that tackle. It would have been a loss of 3 or 4, and instead he plays, oops, let me just let him go by. Singletary bounces off of him for a huge gain and a huge first down. And now the Giants are on the door of making it a 2-possession game again at the 31. Handoff, Tracy this time. Huge gain again inside the 20 up to about the 17 or 18-yard line of Chicago. Dart is injured. He's walking back to the locker room right now. And it doesn't even matter. The Giants are effectively playing just as good football. So Dart... Okay, so he's questionable return. He's being evaluated for a concussion. I wonder if it was on that one hit where he fumbled. Or he's slow to get up. Handoff again. It's Tracy. Pushes inside the 10 to the 7 for another first down. You knew that you could feel this coming from a mile away. This defense initially played pretty well. And they've just absolutely stunk it up since the first couple drives for the Giants. 12:15 to go in the game. Handoff. It's Singletary. Bounces outside. He is down to the 1. We have second and goal. 12:05 to go in this game. Now you're going to watch the clock for the Bears. And again, it comes down to that stupid penalty on Grady Jarrett, which would have made it 2nd and 16. Instead, gave the Giants a free first down. And then Noah Sewell's inability to have an open field tackle and what would have been a 4th and 5. Handoff Singletary. He's going to be dropped behind the line to gain. Back at about the 2 or 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal. So 11:30 to go in the game. Bears in danger of losing not only to a 2-17, but to the Giants, dropping to 5-4. And if any time to get a takeaway, it has to be now. You have to get a takeaway here. Giants, you gotta imagine they're gonna kick the field goal. Wilson looking to throw. Wilson will scramble up the middle. He gets shut down at the 1-yard line. He was initially shut down at the line of scrimmage, but then his offensive lineman helped push him up to the 1, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. You're the Giants. You let this clock run all the way down, and the play clock can kick a field goal. And they will kick it, so Young Ho Koo will attempt a 19-yard field goal attempt. Snap. Kick is up and good. There's a flag on the play. If this is on the Bears, that's going to be a free first down, and that'll give the Giants the ball at the half-yard line. We'll have to see what's going on here, what the call is going to be on. Okay, and maybe it wouldn't have been an automatic first down. Not familiar with the rules there. It was a 12th man on the field on Chicago. The Giants declined the penalty, and they'll take the 3 points. 20-10, 10-19 to go in this game. Bears need a touchdown or bust. Up next, you're listening to Chicago Bears football on Tri Sports Live. Welcome back to Tri Sports Live in Chicago. Bears now trail the Giants 20-10, and we are just over 10 minutes left in this game. And for the Bears, it's go time now. You got to, number one, go up tempo. Number two, you got to get a touchdown. You can't settle for another field goal. You need a touchdown. You need it badly. And for the Giants, continue doing what you've been doing. As here's the kickoff, and over end. It will be returned from Duvernay at about the 12. We get over the 30 up to the 36, 37-yard line, and that is where the Bears will start off. 10-12 left here in this game. And the Bears need a touchdown. If they don't get a touchdown here or any points, that's probably going to end this game. But I want to give a huge shout out to all the veterans as we approach Veterans Day. Thank everyone for serving in the military. It's not an easy job. Smythe goes in motion again, offset I formation. Monangai in the backfield. Zacchaeus gets motion. He's confused now. There's 5 on the play clock. Snap, quick fake to a screen, hand up to Monangai. Powers up the middle over to the 45. This should have been done the entire game, it seems like. By the way, the Bills are down by 2 scores. They're down by 10 against the Dolphins. It's 16-6. Dolphins on top. Kmet in motion. Williams in shotgun, but guy to his right. Williams looking to throw. Pressure comes, avoids one sack, avoids a second sack, and he just throws it away. Incomplete. It's third down. He was still in the pocket, so he had to get it to a receiver. He got it towards Kmet's area, unable to get the catch. I mean, Williams has done as much as he can today. He's had many receivers drop the ball. He's had some really good throws just out of reach. I mean, and he's avoided many sacks. His receivers aren't helping him, and I feel like the Bears have gone away from the running game too much today. Snap, handoff, Swift bouncing towards the outside, and that's going to go nowhere. That's going to lose a couple. And now to bring up fourth down. Got to imagine the Bears have to go for it here, given the defense. Unable to do much. Flanagan fouls with the TFL there. I think the Bears are going to punt, by the way. Nope, they're going to keep the offense out there. Chance here for Caleb Williams to shine. 8:52 to go. Swift goes in motion. Williams looking to throw. Williams avoiding a sack. Avoids another sack. Needs to get the first down. Fires downfield. It's incomplete. That's a turnover on downs. So the Bears again, now playing good football. They turn over on downs again. 8:41 to go in this game. It's 20-10 Giants. You're listening to Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Shy Sports Live. Bears trail the Giants 20-10 and are just 8 minutes away from losing this game and dropping to 5-4. Russell Wilson is in shotgun. 2 for 45 yards today, by the way. Dart at least questionable return with a concussion. Sent off to Singletary. He's going to fall down for a good chunk gain there up to the 37 of Chicago, unit 5. We drop under 8:30 to go in this game. So just unfortunate football right now for the Bears. So, second and medium coming up here for the Giants. 2nd and 5. Giants have 112 rushing yards this half compared to 30 for Chicago. We're going to have a flag on the Giants for false start. That's a dead ball foul. So I'm going to get 2nd and 10 now. So, Hal Runyon Jr. gets tacked with the dead ball foul. So 7:58 to go. That penalty does stop the clock, at least for the Bears, which helps. And Jackson Dart is officially ruled out of the game, I believe, with concussion. Bears wanted another false start. They don't get it. Tracy is going to get about a yard. And a flag is thrown. 2 flags are thrown. Looks like it's going to be on the Giants again. Okay, so Schlottman gets tagged with the holding call. So that'll back up the Giants 10 yards again. It'll bring up 2nd and 20. And yeah, that's definitely a holding call there. That's now the 9th penalty of the game for the Giants. Bears only have 3 for 25. That 3rd penalty killed their momentum in the last drive, which was a field goal drive for the Giants. Let's bump them back to their own 47. Snap, handoff. It's Singletary, bouncing to the outside, gets pushed out of bounds. Bringing about 4 or 5, and I'll bring up 3rd down. Bring up 3rd and 15. Bears need a stop here. And again, he went out of bounds, so the clock is going to stop for a moment. And there it goes again. Giants have 144 rushing yards today against the Bears' 110. Not 110 for the Bears. Even up with their last year total. Here's a draw handoff. Tracy bounces outside. He'll get up to about the 40 or 39 of Chicago. I'm bring a 4th down at about 7. I wonder if the Giants are going to go for it here and try and potentially seal this game if they can get this 1st down. 6:40 to go. Giants are lined to go up for it. This is a big play coming up here for both sides. 4th and 7. Giants need to get this one here. And the Giants will just take the delay of the game. Push them 5 yards back. Give more room for a punt. Bears will decline the penalty, so the Giants will not go for 5 yards back. Game clock gets changed at 6 minutes and 20 seconds. So the defense does their job. They force a punt. Jamie Gillen. Snap. Gillen punts this one away. And fair caught by Duvernay at the 9-yard line. So 6:13 to go in this game. Out comes Caleb Williams. You need a touchdown here. I know they can get a field goal and make it a 7-point game, and you really need a touchdown here, put more pressure on the Giants. I mean, eventually you're going to need a touchdown. And you got to get this touchdown quickly. You got to get these points quickly. You'd like to score here with around 4 minutes left so you can give your defense a chance. Even if the Giants pick up a couple first downs, give your defense a chance to still have a shot to stop and give the offense a chance. But this is going to be tough. You need to go 91 yards. For Caleb, is 13 incompletions. Feel like 4 or 5 of those were drops. Bears also dropped 2 interceptions on defense. Both were by Nahshon Wright. I mean, the mistakes that have cost the Bears so far are showing up. Williams avoids a sack, gets hit at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of about 6. We have second down. So we're under 6 minutes to play now. Bears are going to hurry up. Only 3 tight end targets today for Williams. There is a flag on the play caught by Loveland at the 26, but again, I imagine this is going to be on the Bears for holding. If it is, that's going to be half the distance to the goal, and Bears are going to be backed up for second down. So, and the Bears are lucky they won last week, too. I mean, they blew that game as well. If they didn't score, then it would have been, they could be dropping to 4-4. Oh, there is no penalty on the play. So Bears catch a break and get a first down. So the Bears got a much-needed break. They need to capitalize. Free rusher. Williams just gets it away. Swift is incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10. Snap, looking to throw. Williams fires it deep downfield. It is through the hands of Odunze. That really hurts. He really didn't overthrow him either. That was just another drop. Bears need his first down. Snap, Williams looking to throw. Williams, Thibodeau again running. There's a throw caught by Loveland over the 45 to the 46. Looks like a Giants player made a tackle slow to get off. So that's another first down for the Bears, up to the 47. And you need to score here as quick as possible. You'd love to score within the next 35, 40 seconds. So you could logistically, even if the defense gives up 1 or 2 first downs, still have a chance to tie or take the lead. You know, the Bears, I mean, technically both teams have 4 timeouts left with that 2-minute warning. So, and Jackson Dart has officially been ruled out concussion-like injury, or at least symptoms. So, Dart, who's had a heck of a game today, probably would have the Giants up 27-10 over the Bears if he was still in this game. But Russell Wilson did lead the Giants to at least one scoring drive. 5:12 to go in this game. Bears have 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. And the clock's going to run. Snap. Williams looking to throw. Down the field and through the hands again of Zaccheaus. That is another drop. Take off the gloves and use your hands like a man. There's a flag on the play. Will this be on the Giants? If Zaccheaus made that catch, that would have been like a 20-yard catch. It's going to be illegal contact on the Giants. It's on Phillips. It's going to have another 1st down. But still, regardless, another drop. You cannot drop the football on passes right to you. This is just not... You got to make these catches. I know it's cold out, but take off the gloves. 5:06 left in the game now. Ball is spotted at the 49 of the Giants. Snap, looking to throw is Williams. Pressure coming, avoids another sack. Doing it all, avoids a 2nd sack. Throws it downfield. Tipped up and incomplete. It's 2nd down. The throw is probably the wrong decision to make there. It's 2nd and 10. So we're approaching 3 o'clock here in Chicago. The Bears have played good football for probably 20 minutes of these 3 hours. So Bears will have 2nd and 10 now. Snap looking to throw Williams. Over the middle, it is to Odunze. He hangs on for the catch at the 31. That's a 1st down. We're under 4:45 to go. When you're close to field goal range, you need probably a 1st down to get into field goal range with these conditions. Williams looking to throw. Williams avoids pressure, gets outside. He's going to scramble, have the 1st down, continue running inside the 10. He gets hit hard. He's down at the 2. 29-yard carry. My gosh, don't please slide. That was a hard hit he took at the very end. I think he stumbled a little bit. Got hit hard by Phillips. Luckily his head didn't make contact with the ground that hard. Or really at all. Williams over the middle has his man. It's Odunze. That's a touchdown. Bears needed that one badly. Touchdown pass to Rome Odunze. Another touchdown reception. And this game is now, assuming the extra point is good, a 3-point game. You know the Giants are probably going to be aggressive here. And Caleb Williams has really kept the Bears in this game with his scrambling and sack avoidance skills today. .356 to go. This is an important extra point to make it a field goal game. Snap is good, hold is good, kick by Santos is good. So it's a 3-point game with .356 to go. It is stretch time here in Chicago. You have 4 timeouts for both teams, really, with the 2-minute warning. And again, the drops for the Bears have really hurt them today. Against Zaccheaus, that drop didn't matter because of the touchdown. But plenty of balls have been dropped today by the Bears that have hurt or ended drives. And Williams, he almost had a rushing touchdown there. If he didn't stumble, he probably would have been able to get in. So Dunze, again, having a good game. A sophomore year player. And now, if you're the Giants, you're trusting your veteran Russell Wilson, who initially started the season, struggled. They had some memes of Dable not wanting Dart to come in. And Santos will kick this one away. And a touchback. So 3:56 to go in this game. The Bears, again, playing a one-score game. I mean, they blocked the field goal by the Raiders to win that game. They won on the Jake Moody game-winning field goal 2 weeks ago. And then Loveland, the hero, the game-winning touchdown reception against the Bengals, won that game. Our game summary: Jackson Dart is out for the rest of the game with the concussion. The Bears are both teams are combined 2 for 7 on fourth down conversions. The Giants, this is a big drive for them. Anything but a touchdown would be a win for the Bears. Snap, play action. Wilson looking to throw. Wilson scrambling. He'll slide for about a loss of a yard. Montez Sweat will get credited there for a sack. I'm going to bring up 2nd and 11 as we're under 3:40 to go in this game. So Wilson does play smart here. He does slide down inbounds. And he had no one open. Actually, had a receiver downfield open. He was not looking his way, though. He was looking at Sweat, who was running him down. 4 on the play clock. Snap. Handoff. Singletary gets up for about 3 or 4, and I'm going to get 3rd down and 8 or 9. Third and 7. Bears, by the way, have just taken their first time out. So this will get the defense a quick breather here. I get the timeout call, but now you're down to 2 timeouts left with the only other break you get is the 2-minute warning. So if they get a first down here, you got to use another timeout. And that means you're going to be out of timeouts as you get to your 2-minute drill. Russell Wilson, last time he was here, remember he was rumored to be a Bear at one point, but last time he was here, he led the Broncos on a 21-point fourth-quarter comeback to beat the Bears. Can he stay and keep the Giants alive? Pressure's going to come in. C.J. Gardner-Johnson again with the sack. You know, he's committed a penalty, but what has he done since then? He's had 2 corner blitz sacks. And it was the exact same play that we saw earlier. The right tackle just completely ignores C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and he gets a free rein and a free corner blitz sack. And now the Bears will get the football with a chance to either tie or have a potential game-winning drive if he can get one. To get a touchdown. Bears did call their second timeout, so they're going to have 3 minutes and a second and a 2-minute timeout, 2-minute warning timeout to Try and capitalize the game-winning drive. Giants have all 3 timeouts of theirs, so this game will not end on this Bears possession, most likely. As in the clock hitting 0. However, this game could end if the Bears don't score. Gillen's punt is shanked, it looks like. It'll bounce at the 47 of the Giants. Or the Bears. So Gillen shanks his punt. Momentum is back on the Bears' side, but they're still down 3. They'd love a touchdown with 2:53 to go. Again, the only commercial break remaining in timeout, besides the 4 listed timeouts, is a 2-minute warning. If you're the Bears here, number one, you don't want to score too quickly, but you do want to score a touchdown. Score too quickly. You don't want it to settle for a field goal with more than a minute left. $2:53 to go in this game. Williams 6 yards passing wise, shy of 200. Smythe goes in motion. Snap. Handoff. Sweat bouncing to the outside. Gets over midfield. Gets up to about the 46 of the Giants. And bring up second at about 3. For the Bears, you'd like to chew up some clock here. I mean, you only have 1 timeout left, so it really doesn't matter with the clock in terms of if you turn it over or turn over on downs. The game's over if you turn it over downs. You have to score a touchdown here, or at least a field goal. 2:15 to go. Snap. Play action. Williams looking to throw down the field. It is caught. It is Burden inside the Giants 25, and he gets pushed inside the 20 to the 19. And that'll send us to the 2-minute warning here in Chicago. Bears already in field goal range and are 2 minutes away from potentially ending this game. We've hit the 2-minute warning. It is scary hours here in Chicago. 20-17 Giants on top of Bears threatening. You're listening to Bears football on Chi Sports Live. Welcome back to Shy Sports Live. We are 2 minutes away from potentially crowning the winner in this game tonight. The Bears trail by 3, but had the ball at the Giants 19 after that most recent completion from Caleb Williams to Luther Burden. Both teams have scored 10 in the second half. However, the Bears have scored the last 7. The last 14. It is 20-17. Snap. Handoff. It's Swift. Powers up to the 18, maybe to the 17. It's a gain of 1.5. The Giants, by the way, have called their first timeout. So the Giants immediately saying, okay, let's give ourselves a chance to win this game with time left. We're going to give Swift 2 on that carry, so it's going to be 2nd and 8. So, Bears, you can get a first down without scoring a touchdown, but you cannot get a second first down. So the Giants, they played us smartly. They're going to get the ball back regardless of what happens. What you want to do for the Bears is you want to set yourself up where you can score a field goal, but you also want to score a touchdown here. So if you make the Giants use all 3 timeouts and score a touchdown, that'll be a huge win. Smythe goes in motion, snap, play action. Oh, Williams got his players mixed up. Avoids a sack. He's in for a touchdown. Caleb Williams doing it again. No flags, but plenty of time left for the Giants to score. However, the Bears have retaken the lead regardless, and this is a crucial extra point here. 17-yard touchdown run for Caleb Williams. He continues to play excellent football today, and he's been the Bears' best player today. He's dealt with avoiding sacks, players dropping the football, and yet he's been able to lead his team to the lead again. Crucial extra point here for Santos. Snap is good, hold is good, kick from Santos down the middle and good. Bears have a 4-point lead, meaning the Giants have to score a touchdown to win it, and they have 2 timeouts left. The Bears only have 1. But for Williams, you're getting into the end zone. Williams, with the Smythe motion, excellent fake. He actually has Zacchaeus wide open. I wonder if he didn't want to throw it to him because of the drops issues. Because he had him wide open, but says, nah, I'm just going to run this in myself for the touchdown. Another rushing touchdown for Williams on the season. First rushing touchdown of the game today. And this becomes a huge defensive possession here for the Bears defense. They've been so good this year at getting takeaways in key moments. Can they get one here? .147 to go. That was a 4-play, 53-yard drive. 106 on that game clock was taken off. Part of that drive was aided on the Gillen shank punt, and now the Giants are relying on the veteran Russell Wilson to do what he did a couple of years ago against the Bears. A game-winning drive in the fourth quarter. And a 21-point comeback as a member of the Vikings. Santos kicks this one away, and the Giants are just going to say touchback. So Giants will take over at their own 35. They have 1:47 to win this game. And for the Bears, you gotta get a stop. Whether it's an interception, a fumble, a turnover on downs, something. So this has been a big comeback for the Bears. They've scored 17 in the second half. Big plays coming up here. Wilson in shotgun has Tracy to his left. Snap. Looking to throw. Wilson floats this one out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd down. 1:41 to go now. Giants do have 2 timeouts left, but if that game clock continues going down, they're not going to have any time on that clock if they turn it over on downs. Everyone, it seems like, is staying up here at Soldier Field. 1:41 to go in this game. Snap. Wilson looking to throw. Rolling outside, has plenty of room. He will not slide, he'll dive, get a first down, get up to the 47. We're under a minute 30 to go. They're going to mark it at the 46. That's a key first down there for the Giants. Moving the chains. Resetting. 1:18 to go. Bears show pressure, drop back a bit. Pressure coming. Flips it to Tracy underneath. He's going to go back to the line of scrimmage. But nothing else as we're under a minute 10 to play in this game. Got to defend the middle of the field here if you're the Bears. You don't want a large gain in the middle of this field. Under 55 seconds to go now. Giants again do have 2 timeouts. Pressure comes. Wilson avoids a sack, gets this one away. No one is in the area, it seemed like, unless one of the running backs was in the area. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10 with 46 seconds left. Ten yards are needed here for the Giants to extend this possession. They have 2 downs to get 10 yards. Big couple plays coming up here if the Bears force the 4th down. Ball is at the 46, their own 46. Bears are pressing. Wilson throws it incomplete. Wando Robinson drops it. It's 4th and 10, 43 seconds left. This is the game. Throw, I think, from Wilson was behind. No, it was actually a good throw. Robinson just dropped it. So Robinson's dropped. If Wright was able to tackle him, he probably would have only gotten 6-7 yards, so it would have been 4th down regardless. But this is for the game. The Giants do have 2 timeouts left, but they will not be able to stop it in time. Bears are backing off. They're showing blitz. Remember, C.J. Gardner-Johnson has been perfect in this game with corner blitz sacks. Wilson deflected. This is incomplete. And the Bears jump on the football just in case it's ruled a fumble. 38 seconds left, and the Bears are going to somehow walk away with in this game with a win if they could hold on to the football for 2 more timeouts. Wilson was hit as he threw it, popped well up into the air. And the Bears, it seemed improbable, but are going to potentially win this football game. It was Tremaine Edmonds who hit him as he was trying to throw it. And smart decision there by the Bears to immediately hop on the football to avoid that potential in a fumble. So 38 seconds left. Unbelievable game. Williams will kneel it. Daboll's not going to call any timeouts. And that'll do it. The Bears win another 1-possession game. Caleb Williams leads his team down, scores a game-winning touchdown as the clock is going to run out. What a win for the Bears. And they'll move to 6-3. Dennis Allen's defense, it wasn't perfect today. It wasn't good at times. Probably helped that Jackson Dart left with an injury. But they hold on strong to end this game. And the clock will hit 0 right now. That is it. And we are final in Chicago. Bears move to 6-3. Giants drop back another game to 2-8. We will have stats and key points after this. Once again, the Bears win it 24-20. You're listening to Chicago Bears football on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Shine Sports Live. Once again, the Bears win it 24-20. Two clutch drives by the Bears offense in that fourth quarter, making it so the Bears would win this game. 17 points second half for the Bears, ultimately winning the game 24-20. The defense stood tall when they were needed to stand tall, and they win it. All right, let's go over some stats. First, for the team stats. So total yards, Giants 431 total yards compared to the Bears 391. Passing yards 262 for the Giants. Jackson Dart had a really good game, but until he was injured. 220 for the Bears. Rushing yards, Bears outrushed the Giants by 2 yards. 171 169. Yards per play, really close there. 6.2 to 6.1. First downs, 23-21 in favor of Chicago. Third down efficiency. This is where it seemed like the Bears were struggling all game. 3 for 11 compared to the Giants, 5 of 14. The fourth down efficiency, each team were 1 for 4. That's 2 for 8 combined. Total plays 70 for the Giants, 64 for the Bears. Sacks allowed, 4 sacks given up by the Giants. 2 were clutch drive-ending plays by C.J. Gardner-Johnson for the Bears. Bears, by the way, gave no sacks at all. O-line was decent today, however. Caleb Williams had to escape at least 4 or 5 sacks. Punts, both teams punted 3 times. Penalties, 10 for the Giants, 69 penalty yards. 3 for the Bears, 25 penalty yards. Fumbles lost. Giants lost 1 fumble. Bears forced 1 turnover. No interceptions were thrown. Time of possession, Giants won the time of possession battle. However, the Bears won the final battle overall. For the players' stats, first for the Giants, Jackson Dart. We're going to actually refresh this so we can get Jackson Dart and Russell Wilson stats. There you go. Jackson Dart went 19 of 29 today, 242 passing yards, no passing touchdowns or interceptions. Russell Wilson had 3 passing attempts, was 3 for 7 for 45 yards, no passing touchdowns at all for the Giants today or interceptions. Tyrone Tracy Jr., 14 carries, 71 yards, 5 yards on average. Jackson Dart, 6 carries, 66 yards, 11 average, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Russell Wilson, 2 carries for 12 yards. On the receiving side, there is Slayton, 4 receptions, 89 yards, 22 yards on average. Leo Johnson had 7 receptions for 75 yards. Wando Robinson, 6 receptions, 62 yards. Devin Singletary, 3 receptions for 53 yards. And then Daniel Bellinger had 1 for 8. Gunnar Olszewski had 0. And Tyrone Tracy Jr. had 1 reception, no yards. For the defensive side, Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles, 5 tackles, 2 assists. Javon Holland had 4 tackles, 2 assists. Brian Burns had 4 tackles, 1 assist. Andrew Phillips had 3 tackles and an assist. Deontay Banks had 3 tackles, 2 assists. Taylor Newbin had 3 tackles, 4 assists. Dane Belton had 2 tackles, no assists. Roy Robertson Harris had 2 tackles, 3 assists. Darius Alexander had 1 tackle. Khalil Flott had 1 tackle, 1 assist. Bobby Okereke had 1 tackle, 5 assists. Kayvon Thibodeau, 1 tackle, 2 assists. Zaire Barnes, 1 tackle, no assists. No tackles for Dexter Lawrence, Jarek Bernard Converse, Abdul Carter, or Rico Payton. Corey Black had 2 assists. Daniel Bellinger had no tackles. And Raheem Nunez-Roches had 1 assist. Young Oku did not have any tackles either. It was the kicker. Deontay Banks, kick return, had 1 return for 39 yards. Gunnar Olszewski did not have any punt return opportunities. Young Oku, 2 for 2 today on field goals and extra points, 8 points, responsible for. Jamie Gillen had 3 punts, 110 yards, 1 inside the 20, 36.7 yards, shanked a punt and allowed the Bears to have a shorter field and get that game-winning drive touchdown. For the Bears side, Caleb Williams is our player of the game today. 20 of 36 passing, 220 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, over 2,000 passing yards on the season now. DeAndre Swift, 13 carries, 80 yards, no touchdowns. Caleb Williams, 8 carries, 63 yards, had a touchdown. And Kyle Monangai, 7 carries, 28 yards, and a touchdown. Abadunze, 6 receptions, 86 yards, a touchdown reception. Colson Loveland had 4 receptions for 55 yards. All 4 catches, by the way, are in the second half. Luther Burden, 3 receptions, 51 yards. DeAndre Swift had 5 receptions, 18 yards. Olamide Zacchaeus, 1 catch, 5 yards. He felt like he dropped 4 or 5 passes today. Cole Kmet had 1 catch, 5 yards. DJ Moore had no receptions, as well as Kyle Malungai. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, our defensive player of the game, had 7 tackles, 2 assists, 2 solo sacks, both on design corner blitzes. Kevin Byard, the third, 5 tackles, 1 assist. Andrew Billings had 4 tackles. Tremaine Edmonds had 4 tackles, 3 assists. Tyreek Stevenson had 4 tackles and an assist. Noah Sewell had 3 tackles, 3 assists. Deshaun Wright had 3 tackles. Austin Booker had 3 tackles and an assist. Montez Sweat had 2 tackles and an assist and 1.5 sacks. Chris Williams had a tackle and 2 assists. Jaquan Brisker had a tackle and 4 assists. Gervon Dexter Sr. had 1 tackle, 3 assists, and a half a sack. Elijah Hicks had 1 tackle. Joyce Ryan Shoyinka, the trade deadline acquisition, the lone one for the Bears, had an assist. Grady Jarrett had 4 assists. Jonathan Owens did not play today, had no tackles. And Jonathan Ford had an assist. Kick returns, Devin Duvernay had 2 for 46. Devin Duvernay also had a punt return for 13 yards. Cairo Santos, 1 for 1 in field goals, made all the extra points, responsible for 6 points overall in this game. And Tory Taylor had 3 punts, 135 yards, averaged 45 yards per punt, 1 inside the 20. So overall, the Bears win it 24-20. They moved to 6-3 on the season. Again, winning games they would have lost the last couple seasons under Eberflus and Justin Fields era. The Bears go on the road next week to face the Vikings November 16th before Aaron Rodgers comes to town, assuming he's healthy to play this Bears the day before my birthday. But with that being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in. And whoever is still tuned in, thank you all for listening. Stay warm out there. Stay safe. Thank you all for listening. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. For our final time, the Bears win at 24-20 over the New York Giants. This has been a presentation of Strive Sports Live.